Greetings, Warrior fans. Welcome to another edition of the Warrior Weekly Show. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson. I want to thank you for joining us. This week on the show, we're talking soccer with head men's soccer coach Edgar Gonzaga, whose team opened with a split last week. And we're talking volleyball with Elisabeth Tramm, who led the team back onto the court after an injury last year, sidelined the setter late in the season. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to remind you fans, big weekend here on campus coming up. Community night. Saturday, women's soccer plays at 1 o'clock, and then lots of festivities with the football game at 6 o'clock on Saturday, so be sure to come out for that. Now it's time for the Warrior Weekly Show. Welcome to this week's show, fans. We are joined by head coach for the men's soccer team, Edgar Gonzaga. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thank you.
You guys kicked off the season last week. Mixed results. You played well both days, but only one win to show for it. Start off with how excited was the opening first week of the season?
Yeah, no. Obviously, we were very excited. William Penn was a crazy one, to be honest. I thought we did really well. Keep in mind we have a lot of brand new kids in there, so I think in our actual starting lineup, I think we only had about one kid that was a returner that started. So did well. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result. They went down a man and just kind of packed it in, and obviously made it a little bit tough for us to exploit them and to get a goal in the back of the net. Hit the post a couple of times. Keeper made some good saves, but again, that's how soccer is. And turning the page over, had Dakota Westland for our home opener last week, and we had a lot of new players get a lot of new goals and scoring some goals, so confidence is very big. Played well, scored 6 goals, so that's obviously a very positive result. Kept a clean sheet, so the aim is now, can we build off of that and go off in a tough weekend.
How much does a game like the one at William Penn to open the season with so many new faces change the way the rest of the season goes, just to get them out there, inspire them, and then you get a 6-0 win the next time out?
Right. No, it's obviously we go off and come back and do our homework, watch some film, correct the mistakes that we've done, try new things for the next game, and obviously it worked out. But again, we got to make sure that we stay focused constantly. Doesn't matter who we play, that we keep going and that we keep growing and learning and correcting those mistakes so that we can prevent them in the future.
6 different guys score in the game on Saturday against Dakota Wesleyan. Is that what we can expect from this team? A variety of firepower, or was that maybe a little bit excessive for the day?
No, I think we have a very good, talented group that can score really from nothing. I think it's important when you have different characters that can trend the game and change the game just fairly quickly. So I think we're going to expect a lot of new guys scoring from all different positions. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing that.
You guys get a couple of games this weekend. Friday, you're going to be hosting, and then you head to Des Moines on Saturday and Sunday to host, although you're going to be on the road.
Right.
Start off with this weekend on Friday. How do you guys look? Are you ready for the home contest?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're battling some injuries right now, but we're looking forward to it. We have Friday, Bethany Lutheran, who are D3 program, I think, from Minnesota. We're going to be hosting them at 3, so, we're expecting to see if we can rotate a lot of guys. And then the big 2 powerhouses such as Hastings and Cardinal Stretch, back to back. I think both of them were ranked. Both of them went to the national tournament last year. So again, we have to make sure that we take care of business Friday, focus, and go off and do it Saturday. Saturday we play Hastings at 7 p.m. at Grandview's Crowning Park. and then to turn around and play at 2 against Cardinal Stritch. It's going to take a lot of focus, a lot of preparation, but I hope that we're ready for that. We've talked about it with the team, and we're looking forward to going to see if we can show the world what we're up against and what we can do. So.
Obviously, 30 guys on the roster, that depth will help you. 3 games in 3 days. How much of a factor will that play, you think?
I think, we have a lot of new guys, obviously. I think, we have to make sure that we click immediately. But having those bodies, I think, is always important for us. That way we can rotate a little bit. We're going to be needing every single one of our players to go out and perform at 100% if we want to, get out of that weekend with positive results. So I think we can do it. Again, it's going to take every single one of our players to believe and trust and to put in the hard work. I think that's the main thing that we need to do.
You've had a week with the team. You've had different opponents, different results. What have you learned about this team that you like the most so far?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I really like is the standards. The standards when they first came in, they knew the program they were coming into. I don't let them slip. I think it's important that they know that and that we show our standards day in, day out. And I think once the players start believing in that, and which they've done, they keep everyone else in line. And I think that's something that that we've increased from last year, most definitely. The question is, can we step it up another level, and can we go out and show that those standards and that discipline against this upcoming weekend, which is going to be a big test. So no, definitely, yeah.
And the flip side of that, now having 2 games under your belt, any surprises that now you're going to focus to correct or change, or?
Yeah. I think we're getting the ball on the ground. We're playing it. Our defense has been doing a wonderful job moving it from side to side. I have 3 very good goalkeepers that are very good. Our front line is very good. We're getting a couple guys coming back from injuries or getting now eligible. Usually the first couple of weeks they struggle a little bit getting eligible, but we're getting those boys back in, trying to see if we can rotate them in. So looking forward to seeing what they can do, and I think they're only going to strengthen our program. But I think overall we just need to make sure that we're confident on the ball and we get the ball moving side to side and just enjoy it. I think sometimes we put a lot of pressure on these boys to perform, but at the end of the day, it's soccer. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to go off and be a little bit creative, and when you win, you celebrate, So.
I want to remind you fans, Friday, 3:30, Bethany Lutheran's going to be here. Bring an umbrella. It could be a little bit of a stormy day. Hopefully that won't deter from the action on the turf. And then next week, let's see, the 8th, you guys are back home for what will be the close of this quasi-homestand.
Yeah.
Got the home games down in Des Moines. But don't be afraid, fans. Sunday, trek on down to Des Moines. And if you're not here for the football game on Saturday, the guys down in Des Moines would love to have some fans in the stands cheering them to victory. Exciting brand of soccer that these guys bring into the field. So come on out and cheer on the guys. I want to thank you, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome back, fans. We are now joined by junior volleyball setter Elisabeth Tramm. You guys got the weekend started. First, I want to thank you for joining us. You guys started the season at Northwestern College. Huge tournament. You faced 2 top 10 ranked teams, top 7 ranked teams, I think.
Yeah.
Talk about the weekend. How did things go for you guys?
Yeah, it was a really good weekend to start off, playing really hard competition that just sharpened us. It really showed some holes that we need to work on, but overall we saw some really bright spots that we didn't have last year. It was really encouraging.
Coming from last year to this year, what was the biggest change that you noticed on the court for the team?
I think we have a good mindset shift. It's all about winning that next point versus like the entire game. I also think we're just really positive, working together as a team instead of like as individuals.
Last year, you played most of the season, about 3/4 of the season before you got hurt and you got sidelined. How nice was it to get back out on the court after having to sit out the end of last season?
So nice. A little bit nerve-wracking with like, will it stay? Like, how will I do? But it's really nice to have my teammates come around me. I'm supported by my coaches, teammates, family. So it was super fun. I'm happy to be back. Really excited for the rest of the season and playing the rest of the season.
I know Coach is pretty excited to have you back too. Was there any trouble with the knee brace? Does it cause any lack of movement or?
A little bit. So it's really like adjusting to it, working around it, and learning what I can do with it and how to adjust.
Then talk about the matches. You guys come out, I think it's Concordia, and then you play the host, Jamestown. And I think the most remarkable thing about that match, you guys, you were facing match point time and time again in the third set, and you came back their court, and you beat them, number 7 team in the nation. What was that like? That had to be kind of a, yeah, we can do it this year moment.
Yep, that was Northwestern, and it was really, really great. It was so fun to like be determined and not like roll over. And I think part of the really exciting thing was that we had a freshman serving those 6 points. So it's not just like returners supporting the team. We have a big freshman class that's really building us up.
Then you guys the next day at Briar Cliff, 5-set match, and then number 2 in the nation, Dort. I mean, obviously you saw some great competition. Was there any frustration with playing against teams like that and not getting a win, or did you guys feel like you gave them all they can handle and you played your best?
I think so. It was really freeing to be like, you know, we're not expected to win. If we win, that's awesome, amazing, but we're going to do our best anyway. And I think some of the teams were a little bit surprised with how we played and battled them.
How's this set you guys up for the rest of the season? You get this weekend off, you play at the Turbo next weekend. Where are you guys at in the season? Do you feel like you're anxious to get back on the court and continue to improve, or is this a good spot to take a break and work on things?
I think it's a good time. We saw, like I said, we saw those holes, so we know what to work on, and we've seen possibly the highest competition we'll see the rest of the season. So we know that we're capable of beating those teams. So we're really excited to battle against the teams that we know that we can play.
How about your own personal play? Did you feel pretty good about the way you played after a little bit of a layoff?
I was happily surprised. I was a little nervous my hands wouldn't work, so it worked really well. And I'm excited to have more time with my hitters, really sharpening up the connections.
Notice you had a couple of double-doubles, the digs and the assists. Is there a part of your game, I mean, obviously setting's the thing. You don't want to have to dig the ball. You want to be the person setting. But do you feel like in the other aspects of the game, offensively, blocking, defensively, is there something that you're best at when you're not setting the ball?
I think my defense, I was happy with how I played this weekend. I think having the knee brace makes me read better. So instead of having to run for the ball, I pay more attention to where it should be going, so I'm there set. Blocking, I'm working on.
Well, you still got a couple more years, so
Yes.
you'll get better as time goes on.
Yeah.
Talk about the rest of the season. You guys had a chance to see how you're going to do. How strong will this team be?
We are very hopeful. If not this year, next year, we're super excited being in the top half of the conference and beating those rival teams that we haven't been able to beat in a couple years. So we're really excited, looking forward to the rest of the season being successful.
You guys, like we said, this weekend off, but Thursday night, the block party. Are you looking forward to having some of the fans out here and doing some stuff on your home court and getting a chance to meet some people and just have a fun night?
Oh yeah, we're super excited. We're hoping everyone comes out, excited to play with us and watch us do what we do best, having fun on our home court. So we're really excited.
Then it's off to Viterbo, and then the 12th, Viterbo here. What are they, number 4 in the nation, I think? So an exciting home debut for you guys. You get to play Viterbo. How excited are you looking forward to the home debut?
Really excited. Viterbo top in the conference, and we're really excited to show them what we've improved on and really give them a run for their money. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Congratulations on what was a very good weekend for you guys to start things off. Fans want to remind you, Thursday, 7 o'clock here at the Hanson Fieldhouse. come out and meet the ladies. They're going to be having all kinds of fun and games. Come out, meet them, play a little volleyball with them, and get a chance to just have a fun evening before they take on the heart of the season. And then, of course, the home debut for Turbo on the 12th, Wednesday night. I appreciate it, Elizabeth. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.